Well, Cheryl, the Board of Elections in Gwinnett County has been meeting here for much of the last hour. It had ordered workers to review absentee and provisional ballots rejected that a judge now says should be accepted. So we'll show you how many votes we're talking about in a bit, but first, the discussion got a little bit heated in the audience when the board took a recess a few minutes ago.
Show me any colored person who didn't get to vote in this election.
Let's quit talking.
Colored people. First of all,
She
look
said,
at the term.
that's what she said. I'm reiterating the term she used. Cops, I want the police in this room. I want the police in this room.
363 of the new ballots are absentee ballots, previously rejected because of minor paperwork errors. 15 of them are provisional ballots, most of them previously rejected because of signature mismatches. 113 ballots are military and overseas sent in since the November 6th election. That's a total of 492 new ballots. Now, one of the races impacted is the 7th District congressional race between Democrat Carolyn Bourdeaux and Republican Rob Woodall. Woodall is ahead by 533 votes, which means that these new Gwinnett ballots are not likely, by themselves at least, to change the outcome. As we know, Stacey Abrams is behind Brian Kemp in the governor's race by some 55,000 votes. And a lot of people have been waiting for these Gwinnett results because Gwinnett is the one county in the state that had not certified over the last week, due at least in part because of these court orders that the board here now is trying to comply with. Live in Lawrence.